Welcome back to Gender Thoughts. I've been on the road, so I'm sorry for the delay. Come back to Israel for these days. My colleague Baruch Feldstein refers to them as Yemei Yom, the days of the day. There's Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Day, Yom HaZikaron, the Memorial Day for Jewish heroism, those who fell in the wars in Israel, which continues with Yom HaAtzmaut, with the celebration of Israel's independence, and a little after that comes Yom Yerushalayim, the celebration of bringing Jerusalem together. At the same time, I've been studying Maimonides. I always ask myself, what would Maimonides say? Maimonides talks about how when you're in a home of Shiva, when you're in a mourning home, how you're supposed to talk in a gentle way, in a confidential way, in an evocative way to those who are suffering. What does one do in Israel, which had the largest group of Holocaust survivors come to Israel? Thank God many of them are still with us, and their families who they raised with those memories. And on Yom HaZikaron, which is the eve of when I'm speaking right now, the day of commemoration of those who fell in Israel's battles, everyone here in Israel has somebody. And that's one of the prices and one of the privileges of living in this country. How does one speak to them? Well, I think we speak to ourselves and we speak reflectively. We stand between Holocaust and Israel, and I'm not one of those who look for the easy theological solution to why the Holocaust. Is there an answer? And say that Israel's the answer. No. Israel is not an answer. There's no answer to the Shoah. There's no answer to that type of destruction. But there's such a thing as a response. There's a response. And Israel's a response. We bring up the following idea. We poise ourselves between the notion of powerlessness and power. Whenever I think of the Shoah, I think of powerlessness. Jews being stuck, not being able to leave, not being able to flee, being herded into the ghettos, and from there taken on trains, and the rest you know. And even when Jews had some sort of power, it was a false power. The Jewish councils in the ghettos, the Judenrate, which almost thought they had power, many times did their best, but actually in the end they became bureaucratic agents, unwittingly, unknowingly, perforce to their own destruction, aids to their own destruction of their people. And what about unrecognized power? The fact that Jews in America were scared, they thought they were considered traitors if they spoke about the unique situation of their brethren and their sisters in Europe. When it thinks about Israel, we know that sometimes power doesn't work, but the ability to be unstuck, the ability to make decisions, the ability to take our lives into our hands and to determine what we best can do, and to stand and sometimes to die on those decisions that we make. Even American Judaism especially has changed during those years, suffused both with the guilt of lack of participation, in true participation in the Hatzalah and saving Jews, and also really just struck by the fact that what the inspiration of Israel is, American Jewish community are supporters of Israel, supporters of Jewish people, ready to save Jews in Europe, ready to save Jews in the Soviet Union, Jews in Ethiopia, because they know what can be done if we have some power in our hands. Israel knows the use of power is never complete. We know that one of the greatest uses of power sometimes is restraint. We, as I said, sometimes have to pay for wrong decisions. But a crucial equation has changed. Anti-Semitism, here's the equation of the Holocaust. Anti-Semitism plus powerlessness of the Jews equals mass murder. And Israel has not been able to solve the problem of anti-Semitism, but has taken the problem of powerlessness out of the way. And therefore, when we confront great crises and great challenges, when we have a nation not that far from us that wishes to destroy us and is arming itself with nuclear weapons, they should know that the people of the state of Israel have learned the lesson, and that self-restraint is not the only weapon we have in our arsenal. We stand together as a people. We stand together with the lessons of powerlessness and the embrace of power properly used, knowing its limitations, but knowing when it needs to be used as well. Shalom, shalom.